All right, well, it's time for another weekly Squardle. If you're not familiar with Squardle, this is the game that's like Wordle on a grid, and you're guessing a row and a column at the same time. This is puzzle number 115. This 8 here is how many guesses we have remaining, and we get a bonus guess when we complete a word. I had a suggestion from someone to do the true no vowel start. I've done no vowel starts a few times before. It kind of depends on your definition a little bit. It seems like they're not including Y as a vowel. And so sometimes Y can be a vowel, sometimes it cannot. It seems like they are including Y as a vowel, actually, is what I meant to say. Because I've done a no vowel start before where we did some words with Y's, like glyph and things like that. But this one, they suggested kruth, kuch, girls, girl, and ft. And then they said something about the guest list. I don't know what that list is. I don't know what they're using. I don't know if they just have their own guest list, how it goes, but I'm gonna try these 5 and we'll see what happens, I guess. So it's not great because there's a lot of repetition. I mean, girls and girl are kind of the same thing, but whatever, it's fine. Oh wow, okay. Well, I was hoping for a little more than that. Oh man, well this next one's not going to be great either then. Lots of black letters. Okay, this is, I mean, it's, you know, it's a challenge. That's the idea. All right. Okay, we're not getting much from our first 5 guesses. This is gonna be bad. Wow, no H either. Okay. Oh, we already knew there was no H, I guess. Well, not a lot to go on there. Man, I thought it was bad a few weeks ago when I had a lot of black letters, but this is a whole nother level. Okay. Well, we know there is, what do we know? We don't know much. Let's look at T's. We got quite a few T's in the grid here. So there's a T in the first row. It can't be first or fourth. It could be anywhere else. Okay. Basically there's T's in the second, third, and fifth column, and the first, third, fourth, and fifth rows. There's a lot of T's. A lot of T's. But like, so let's look at the third and the fifth row here. We know there's a T. This one can't be first, second, or fourth, so it's third or fifth. And down here, it can't be first, fourth, or fifth, so it's second or third. So there's a T in one of these two. Something like that. We've got an L. There's L's in the last 3 columns, but they can't be fourth or fifth. And this one can't be third either. So there's an L up here. So let's do something. I'm kind of thinking SP, because we need to have an S somewhere. It's not in the third or fifth row or column. We know there's a P, but we know there's not a P in the column though. I mean, this could be a P, but... So yeah, there's a P either second or fourth in this first word up here. The first row, there's a P either second or fourth. So let's go ahead and do a P there. That'll help us I mean, we'll know where the P is at that point. SPL is kind of what I'm thinking, because there is an L in the third column and the third row. And what if we did like split? Because there is also a T in the first row and the last row and column. Now this one is not a T down here, but I feel like that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Let's go for it. You know what? When I said split, in my head I thought, or it could be splat. Oh, that would have been so amazing. I'd gotten that after that start. Oh, so close. In my head I thought it could be splat, but I'm thinking, well, split, splat. You know, potato, potato. One's just as good as the other, right? 6 to 1, half dozen the other. Okay, so this, I think this has to be an A now, right? It's not splot or splut or split. Yeah, it's gotta be an A. So splat. Okay. Wow. That was amazing. There's a T in this fourth row, but it could be anywhere. Okay, so that's not super helpful. We already knew there was an L in the third row. It could be anywhere. We now know there's not an L in the first column, but there's an I in this column. It's not first. It's probably not second after. It could be after the A, but it's less likely to be right after the A. It's not fourth. I like I there is what I'm thinking. What if we did... Now, if this was a T, right, because look, there's an L in this column, and it can't be fifth, it can't be fourth, it can no longer be first, obviously. So, if we put the T there, then this would have to be an L. TLT, that's not going to work. So the T in this third row can't be at the end, can't be second, it can't be first. So I think this is a T. Assuming this is the I. No, but the T can't be fourth. So the T is there. The T is there, I think. Because it can't be first, can't be second, it can't be fourth because of the yellow. If it's fifth, then you've got TLT. So that is a T right there. So we maybe have a T down here. We don't know. But this is one of the T's in the column, at least. There could be more than one. Now, in this row... Yeah, we don't really know. There's... Because you could even have a double T. You could do something like lotto would work with a double T. Okay, but we've got A, we've got I. We need an L, which would have to be... Oh, it would have to be here. Oh, this is an L. This is an L. Because look, there's an L in the column. It's not first, because it's not going to be SPLLT, obviously. It's not third. It's not fourth, and it's not fifth. That is an L right there. So the I definitely isn't second. It's not fourth. So unless it ends in well, as I say that, alibi is a possibility. Alibi. Otherwise, you could do something, a line or a like. Well, we can't do a line with a G. A like would work with an E. Alibi. Alibi is not bad. Okay, well, we're on the second row and column, so let's focus there for right now. But we don't know anything about the row other than what's not in it, basically. The column, we need a T. It can't be second. Obviously can't be first, can't be third. Could be fourth or fifth. Either way, it's the second letter in the row, whichever spot it's in, or both potentially. But before a T, you've got to have either a vowel or an S, I think. So if you put a T here, you can't do an S. This would have to be a vowel, probably. Can't be an I. But I mean, there's plenty of things that would work with that. But I kind of like putting an S here, ST something. We just don't know enough yet to really do anything other than wild guessing. Well, after this S up here, looking in the column, we don't have a lot of options because we can't do H, we can't do T, we can't do L, we can't do P, we can't do C, like, we can't do W. What? We could do N. N is about the only thing that would work. L and M. N and M, other than a vowel, is what I was thinking. There's a good chance this is a vowel right here. Oh, well, you could do... No, that doesn't work. Yeah. And after the S here is interesting, too, because we can't do H... So does this need to be a vowel? Maybe an E, something like this, something, and again, we're assuming that's an S, it might not be. What if we did meaty? I think that's interesting because M is a possibility after the S. E and A, vowels we haven't guessed yet. Y is good to check for. I think this could be a T. We know this is an L. So we could do that to get the green letter, but since I know that's an L, I'm more inclined to search for the T at this point. Not terrible, but the problem is we're running out of guesses here. We've got to get a bonus guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. I don't know what else to do. That was bad. That was bad. We have to get a word here. Oh, okay. Well, Shoot. Well, we now know this is a T. This is a T, because look at the column here. Orange, orange, red. This is a T. What else do we know? We know there's an L in this row. This is a T. I feel like this is an I. So the L... This could be an L. I feel like it's going to be an L there. Something like until is pretty good. Until. I'm going to put that in there until I figure out something better. Here I was thinking, so this is a T, right? So before the T, remember we were saying, what can you put before a T that's not an S? It almost has to be a vowel. So this is a vowel. It can't be an I. That's it. That's all we know, though, is it can't be an I. I mean, it's at the end of this word, so E kind of makes sense, but you could also do an A and do something like scuba. No, you can't do scuba. There's no C. A good question is, what are we doing here with the P, N, and T? This would have to be a vowel. It can't be an E. It could be an A. But I don't know what this would be. We don't know that that's an N, but we know the T down here. Ooh, Pinot. Pinot. Like wine? I think that works. Okay. And then there's a T. Could this be a T? A light with an E? Is that I can't remember if I can't remember if that's a word or not. Otherwise, you know, IGHT is a word, but I don't think that's a word. So assuming the ALI is true, I don't think the T goes there, but it could still be third or fifth. Oh no, we can't put a T there. We can't put a T. Look, there's two clues that tell me there's not a T there. Okay. So the T is third or fifth. You could put a T there, but I don't really like this with the L, if that's the L. If that's the L. So I'm thinking T here. That's what I'm thinking, which makes me think lotto. The IOL is interesting, though. Viola? Ooh, but SV. No. Aioli. Oop, that's not supposed to be a Q. That's supposed to be an A. Aioli. That works. Something like sauce, but we can't do a C. Sauna? Sauna and... Ooh, I want to say a tone, but we can't do a line. Alien and a tone and tilde and noted. That's possible. Oh man. It has to be right. I have to get a bonus guess. I mean, the whole thing doesn't have to be right, but this guess has to be right. And so now the big question is, do I go for lotto, where I've already got the L, and I'm maybe, and I know the T. Well, I know the T either way, but I have the L. So do I go for lotto because it's a better chance of being right, or do I go for until because it gets me the most letters? All right. Well, I feel pretty good about these words. I mean, either we're right and we're going to be okay, or I made a mistake and I'm going to be in trouble. So I might as well go for until and get... Oh, but... Can I do it in 4 guesses at this point? That's the question. I think... I kind of feel like it might be doable. I don't know if it is though, because the A and splat is the main problem. Here I'm about to lose the game because I have 1 guess left, and I'm concerned about how many maximizing my bonus guesses at the end. I don't know that I can do it because in order to get the A, I can't get the N. Yeah, it's not gonna work, I don't think. I'm just gonna do the rows. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because if I get the A now by doing alien, then there's not any way to get the N other than the first column or the fourth row. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's, I think I'm okay. Wow, I can't believe this is working, but it is. And we will splat the puzzle and I guess top it off with some aioli. And wow. Okay. I mean, terrible start. Terrible start. I knew it was going to be bad. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. And then a crazy lucky guess with split. I mean, it could have been slightly luckier, but not much. That was about as lucky as I could get, unless I thought to do splat instead. And somehow I pieced the rest together. Okay, wow. All right, I haven't been that close to failing one of these in a long time, but I haven't had to start that bad in a long time. So, all right. Anyways, there you go. That's this week's weekly Squardle. Let me know, yeah, how you did on this one and which word you had a hard time with. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.